What up, what up? It's your boy Ola here with Ola TV, guys. And on this edition, we've got the AEW Dynamite August 24, 2022 edition. Jon Moxley versus CM Punk later on tonight for the unification of the AEW Championship. And right now, to start the show off, we've got Chris Jericho coming out to the ring, and Daniel Garcia was just invited to the ring by Chris Jericho. Right now, they're speaking to each other one on one. Chris Jericho starts off by telling the fans to shut up after the fans were chanting, "You are a wrestler." Well, they're chanting, "You're a wrestler." They were chanting to Daniel Garcia, stating that Daniel Garcia is a good wrestler for how he competed recently. And Jericho says, you can clap it up for him, you can give him his props. But Jericho says that Daniel Garcia may have made a mistake when he decided to put his hands on Jericho. Now, Daniel Garcia is telling Jericho that Jericho screwed up by going forward and basically ruining his thunder and taking away his opportunity to shine. So these two guys right now going back to back, exchanging of words, and the fans right now clapping it up for both of them. Now let's see if either one of these guys are gonna attack each other or sneak attack each other while they're talking. So far, they've been giving each other ample respect. So we'll see how this goes. Daniel Garcia saying again that Chris Jericho ruined his moment to be able to shine. He didn't care if people called him a commentator, an announcer, a wrestler. He says he just wanted to have his moment to shine, and Chris Jericho ruined it. And right now, Daniel Garcia not very happy about that and expressing his emotions to Chris Jericho here tonight on AEW Dynamite. And now Jericho over here giving a lot of props, telling Daniel Garcia that he is the best sports entertainer in the sport right now. Fans now chanting, "You're a wrestler" to Daniel Garcia. And Chris Jericho wants Daniel Garcia to admit that he is just a sports entertainer and not an actual wrestler. Oh, and now we've got an interruption coming out. Good old, well, we used to call him Daniel Bryan, but now he's changed. He changed his name, to the American Dragon, aka is it Brian Danielson now? I believe. I haven't seen him for a minute. I know he's been on AEW, but I haven't actually seen him compete for a while. And the fans are chanting, "Yes, yes." And the fans are absolutely electric right now for Daniel Bryan, aka Brian Danielson. Fans giving a standing ovation right now for Brian Danielson. Let's see. Now we've got Brian Danielson in the ring telling Daniel Garcia that he feels like Chris Jericho is bullying him right now in the ring, trying to convince Daniel Garcia that he is a wrestler and not just an announcer, not just an entertainer. And now he says that he believes that Daniel Garcia is a wrestler and he agrees with what the fans have been chanting. But Chris Jericho looking at Garcia right now with a serious face. And now Chris Jericho tells Garcia that he is a sports entertainer and nothing more than that. And now Chris Jericho over here screaming at Daniel Garcia, wants Garcia to admit that he is not a wrestler and just an entertainer. Oh, and now Daniel Garcia puts his hands on Chris Jericho. Chris Jericho was not happy about the fact that Daniel Garcia stated that he believes he doesn't owe Jericho an answer or a response here tonight. And Chris Jericho now looking at Daniel Garcia as Daniel Garcia just shoves Chris Jericho onto the mat. Chris Jericho right now absolutely upset and irate at the fact that Daniel Garcia is in some ways turning his back on Jericho. And Jericho has been his mentor. Now, Daniel Garcia walking to the back, and Chris Jericho is the only one left in the ring with Bryan Danielson. Now, he tells Jericho he's not a big fan of sports entertainer. He says, but that was pretty entertaining. Oh, Chris Jericho now talking shade, talking about that Bryan Danielson has been stated as the best wrestler today. And Chris Jericho says, "I've known you for 15 years, and I've never seen you be number one ever." Now Jericho saying that he's the last student of um of the dungeon, the Heart Dungeon, and he says that he's Lionheart Jericho, and he says he remembers every move that he learned growing up and every move that he had to learn inside of the dungeon. Oh shit. Brian Danielson now saying, what if we asked Owen Hart, who rest in peace is no longer alive, but he says if Owen Hart, if we asked him, who do you think he would say is better? You, Chris Jericho, or me, Brian Danielson? So Brian Danielson right now basically putting Jericho to the test. Now Brian Danielson throwing out uh, an offer, a competition to face one on one against Jericho. He says, "Let's go Lionheart Chris Jericho versus the American Dragon, Dan Daniel Brian Danielson." Now Chris Jericho made the fans think that the match was going to happen tonight, but he says, "Sorry, you're going to have to wait until the pay per view at All Out." And Chris Jericho now saying that he was the reason why Brian was out of competition. And he says he's going to put him basically back on the shelf and he's going to go ahead and retire him. Oh, shit. And now Jack Hagan into the ring and attacks Brian Danielson from behind to help Chris Jericho. And now Jack Hager over here getting the upper hand on Brian Danielson, lifts him up and then slams him in the middle of the ring, laying waste and taking him out completely, doing all the dirty work for Chris Jericho. And now Chris Jericho and Jack Hager walking out of the ring, absolutely satisfied and relieved at the impact that was just laid out to Brian Danielson. Brian Danielson still in the center of the ring right now, wrapping the back of his neck area, looking like he's in absolute pain as we speak. Later on tonight, though, coming up big time is going to be the interim AEW World Heavyweight Championship. Finally, we're going to get the opportunity to unify the title. As you guys know, Jon Moxley has been representing all this time. CM Punk was the champ prior to the injury. And so tonight, they're going to AEW Undisputed Championship. They're going to go ahead and give it to one man and one man only. And we'll see how that one turns out tonight. AEW tonight, I'm assuming it's going to be um, Let me see what else we got. Oh, they also have a couple of tag team matches coming up. Looks like Dax Harwood versus Jay Lethal is coming up next in singles competition. But I can't wait for the championship match. Hopefully, it doesn't end in disqualification because some people are predicting that it may end in disqualification and that they'll have to get the rematch at the pay per view. So hopefully, that doesn't happen. As we speak, Dax Harwood is on the way right now to the ring. He was being accompanied by Cash Wheeler, but it looks like Wheeler's going to end up going backstage, and it looks like Dax Harwood is going to end up coming to the ring to compete alone. So maybe no interference in this match tonight. And he is coming out with all three of his championships. I don't think I've ever seen anyone with three tag team titles. But FTR, that is the tag team. That is the team to beat. And now we've got Jay Lethal coming out to the ring. And Jay Lethal is actually being accompanied to the ring by his boys. Hopefully, his boys are not going to end up staying at the ring since Cash Wheeler ended up not accompanying Dax Harwood to the ring. Hopefully, Jay Lethal will not be accompanied to the ring by Satnam or Sanjay. And it looks like right now Jay Lethal has just told Satnam and Sanjay for both of them to go backstage. And then he's just going to keep this fair and square down the middle. He's going to make this a one-on-one competition here tonight. So it looks like both Dax Harwood and Jay Lethal have decided to go one-on-one without getting any outside interference to accompany them to the ring here tonight. So we're going to have a nice little one-on-one match here on AEW Dynamite. The match is officially on the way. A nice quick takedown already by Jay Lethal. Jay Lethal already getting the quick upper hand over Dax Harwood at the moment. Oh, now they go rope to rope, and Dax knocks Jay Lethal down, gets back up, slides under Jay Lethal's legs, and then a nice little hip toss, taking Jay Lethal down. But now Jay Lethal gets a nice hip toss, gets Dax down. Excuse me. Now both guys doing a lot of counters and reversals, a lot of hip tosses, a lot of nice takedowns. And they both get back on their feet, and the crowd absolutely excited at the fact that they've gone toe to toe so far, and now they're back on their feet, and the fans chanting "Woo!" Fans excited here tonight for this edition of AEW Dynamite. They have not let down so far. I've got Jay Lethal wrapping Dax Harwood with a nice one-arm submission. Now Dax doing a couple of reversals to get out of it. Got Jay Lethal in a headlock now. Jay Lethal throws him to the ropes and a nice hip toss. And then after he tosses Dax, does a nice little cartwheel and then a massive drop kick across the face of Dax. Oh shit. Now bashing Dax in the corner, face first into the top. Holy shit. And a massive chop across the chest by Dax Harwood, laying it against Jay Lethal. Now Jay Lethal returning the fucking chop. Oh my gosh. And then Dax returning the chop. Holy sheesh. These boys going at it. Wow. Another chop by Dax. Another chop by Lethal. Another chop by Dax. Another chop by Dax. Another one by Lethal. Oh my goodness. Another one by Dax. They are just chopping each other away, and you can hear the chops going all across the arena, almost as if they have surround sounds in the stadium here tonight. Gosh dang. They've got the massive chop sounds echoing, is absolutely deafening the arena today. And now Dax has got his fingers inside of Jay Lethal's mouth, trying to pull his teeth out possibly. Oh, and Lethal gets thrown to the corner by Dax, and another Ric Flair chop. Yeah, these chops, these guys are lit. Their pecs are just bloodshot red right now. They're not actually bleeding, but that's how red they are right now with these chops. And the fans absolutely loving it, cheering on for more. They want more chops on the way. And these boys out here having no mercy And Dax, another chop on Lethal. Now he's on the second rope, performing punches across the dome of Lethal. Gets four punches, excuse me, gets four punches across the face of Lethal, but then Lethal slides under him, then jumps to the side of him on the second rope and does a nice little Russian leg sweep to take down Dax off the second rope. A nice little high risk maneuver there that paid off for Lethal. Lethal right now grabbing his chest in pain. He cannot bear how many chops he's taking. Ooh, and then he lifts Dax up in the air and drops him on his back. Goes for an immediate pin, and it's a kick out after two. And real quick, let me see what kind of comments we got dropped here. Dell Nelson says it's fake. Oh, we all know, my friends. We all know it's scripted, but it's all entertainment. It's for entertainment purposes, and we love to see it. Now Jay Lethal throws Dax over to the corner right now. Dax lands on his back and catches a massive elbow across the chest by Lethal. And now Lethal goes for the pin, and it's a kick out by Dax. And them boys are just chopping each other away like they're a bunch of butchers right now. And a nice little knee to the back of Dax, and then Lethal goes for an immediate pin, but Dax then kicks out right after. Now he's got him in a headlock. Homie Dell showing up from Facebook, showing support, says that this is fake. Well, my only comment to that is the action isn't fake. The action is scripted. They know what's going to happen prior to, but the actual impact isn't necessarily fake. And now a nice little chin breaker performed by Lethal to get out of the hole that Dax had him in. Now Dax is laid out. Lethal's back on his feet. So far, this has been a really nice match. Both guys going toe to toe. Lethal had an early advantage, and then Dax Harwood had the advantage right after that. So right now, it looks like Dax is turning it around. Lethal started to get the advantage momentarily again from Dax, but then Dax now getting complete control into the match. A couple of more hits across the face of Lethal. And then after that, Dax throws Lethal up into the third rope, now going for a possible superplex at the moment. Oh, and Lethal throws Dax off of the top rope, and now Dax still sitting on the third rope. Is he going to do a high-risk maneuver? Maybe a frog splash. Maybe a 450 star splash. Oh, Dax still laid out. Lethal climbing up. High-risk maneuver. Oh, and Dax gets up and knocks Lethal on his jewels. He hits the ropes, and Lethal ends up falling down. And Lethal still, though, sitting on the third rope, then catches a massive chop by Dax. Now, Dax going for another attempt, going for another superplex. Lethal starting to break out of it. And he reverses Dax Harwood and throws him off the third rope, and Dax lands on his stomach and face first. Lethal climbing to the top again, and on the way down catches a massive punch to the abdomen, courtesy of Dax. Ooh, and Dax with a high arc German suplex, lifting Lethal feet into the air for the German suplex. Oh, man, another German suplex. That's two in a row, and now Lethal grabbing the back of his head in pain, trying to break out of it with massive elbow shots. Oh, and then he performs a third German suplex on Jay Lethal, and on the third one, he sends him flying across the ring, and now both men are laid out. Dax laid out from the three German suplexes that he performed that took out the energy that took the energy out of him, I should say, and Jay Lethal receiving the three German suplex, absolutely fatigued at this moment. Dax Harwood with some punches to the face of Jay Lethal, but now Jay Lethal reverses, and Jay Lethal is getting a couple of punches across the face of Dax Harwood. Oh, and now Dax gets rolled up by Jay Lethal. Oh, it looks like Dax trying to get out, get out of the possibility of getting caught by Jay Lethal's move. Grabbed the ropes and momentarily stopped it, but then Jay Lethal ends up getting a nice little tough impact move that lands Dax across the face on the mat. Jay Lethal ends up going for the pin, but it's going to be a kick out. Ooh, and now two chops across the chest by Dax. But now Lethal two chops across the chest of Dax. Both guys returning the favor to each other. First Dax performing the two massive chops. Now Lethal performing the two massive chops. Then Lethal gets Dax's leg caught up on the ropes. And then Dax on the outside. And then now Jay Lethal running rope to rope, coast to coast, flying out through the second ropes and lands onto Dax, laying him out and rolls him back into the ring. And now we got the figure four leg lock, and Jay Lethal chops. He chops Dax Harwood across the chest because Dax was trying to break out of it. And Jay Lethal gets the figure four, but Dax Harwood was able to get to the bottom rope and able to go ahead and break the hold. Referee now doing a 5-second count so that Jay Lethal will break it up. Now we've got Jay Lethal trying to get the figure four again, but this time Dax prevents it. Oh, and now Dax Harwood going for a sharpshooter on Jay Lethal. Fans cheering it on, but Jay Lethal kicking Dax across the face twice with the big boots. Oh, he breaks out of it, and now Jay Lethal gets rolled up for a pin. And Jay Lethal kicks out. Oh, and a nasty super kick by Lethal across the left leg around the knee area of Dax Harwood. Jay going for the lethal injection, flips to the ropes upside down, flips back, misses. Oh shit, and now Harwood slingshots Lethal's body off the third ropes and then gets him in a nasty powerbomb pin. He lands it, goes for the immediate pin on that one, but it's going to be just a 2 count. And Jay Lethal again able to sustain the pin and able to get out of the pin. Jay Lethal right now absolutely putting on a clinic as far as being able to get out of these massive moves and being able to kick out of resiliency and out of just pure reflex. And now we've got the fans chanting that this is awesome. And I would have to say I 100% agree with the fans. This right now is an awesome match between FTR's Dax Harwood and Jay Lethal. Oh, when Lethal gets rolled up again, he kicks out after 2. Oh, Harwood went for a pin, but then he turns the pin into a sharpshooter. Jay Lethal trying to get out of it, reaching for the bottom ropes. Oh, he almost got the bottom rope, but then Harwood ends up pulling Jay Lethal back to the center of the ring. Jay Lethal trying not to tap out. Oh no, and Sanjay shows up onto the apron, trying to distract Dax Harwood. Jay Lethal almost knocks Sanjay out. Oh, Sanjay gets knocked out by Dax Harwood inadvertently. Lethal now getting rolled up by Dax Harwood. And it's a kick out yet again. Now Lethal gets run into the side corner and gets rolled up again for a pin. It's another kick out. Oh, and a nice leap off the second rope and a crossbody. Turns it into a crossbody, Dax Harwood, and lays out Jay Lethal. Goes for the immediate pin, but Lethal able to kick out again. The fans absolutely clapping it up here in Cleveland. Cleveland absolutely showing respect, love, and support for this match. This has been an absolutely great match to get AEW Dynamite going here. Oh my goodness, 2 massive chops, 3 massive chops by Dax Harwood. And then a nasty forearm shot all across the face of Jay Lethal. Jay Lethal right now in absolute pain right now. Both guys now in the center of the ring trying to get each other with a backslide pin. Nobody gets it. And then Harwood rolls up Jay Lethal again. Oh, he pulls the tights. And he holds on to the tights. And Jay Lethal ends up getting the victory using the tights with the unfair advantage. Oh, man. Jay Lethal stealing this match. Dax Harwood cannot believe it. And Sanjay on the outside of the ring with a microphone. Sanjay with a microphone now saying the best in the world. Jay Lethal, man, oh man, Jay Lethal stealing one. And then Sanjay botches on the microphone. Now it's going to be announced that Jay Lethal is going to be teaming up with two personal friends. And it looks like it's going to be the Motor City Machine Guns tag team is going to be teaming up with Jay Lethal to go and enter into, I believe, the Trios tag team match for the Trios titles. That was just announced by Sanjay, his mentor, his coach, his manager, whatever you want to call him. But it was just announced by Sanjay that that's who Lethal is going to be teaming up with. So that's going to be big. That is big news. That tournament's going to get a lot more interesting. All right, so that match has concluded. That match has come to an end now. Now waiting to see what's going to be coming up next because there is a lot of big matches here tonight on AEW Dynamite. I have no idea how they're going to even fit all of this content on here, considering the fact that this match on its own was roughly about 20, 22 minutes. But we will see how they're going to go ahead and play this all out. Hopefully, all the matches get their respectable dues, and hopefully, every single match will have equal opportunity so we can be able to have great competition similar to what Jay Lethal and Dax Harwood just put onto the table in this first match of the evening. All right now looks like it's going to be looks like it's going to be a quick commercial break. All right, let's see if there's any other matches rolling in yet. I don't think anything just yet. All right now looks like still on a commercial break, so go ahead and take a moment here to share the feed with some other friends and family so we can have more people to join into the live stream here tonight. I'm really excited tonight to see the AEW Championship will more than likely have the opportunity to be able to go to one man, hopefully tonight, either Jon Moxley or the CM Punk. We'll see how that one plays out. I got a feeling that something that one of my friends predicted earlier in the evening may actually be what happens here tonight. He says that he believes that there's a good possibility that what's going to happen is that let me see. Let me actually go into the chat real quick. We got a little WWE chat here. He says this may end up ending in a DQ because they're supposed to have a fight at All Out, and he says I think the whole CM Punk thing is a work reading all of the dirt reports. So he believes that he believes that it's going to be a disqualification tonight. Hopefully not. Hopefully we finally get someone who will hopefully become the AEW undisputed champion so that we can have one champ and move forward and be able to have good competition going on for the title instead of always trying to guess who is the real champion. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see how that one plays out. But I'm really hoping that there will be a champ definitively decided tonight. And hopefully we won't have any more nonsense going with the back and forth. Let's hope for the best, but you just never really know. You know what I'm saying? That actually sounds like a pretty good prediction, if I'm being honest. I would not be surprised at all. What I would like to actually see is see maybe either John Moxley or CM Punk. Hopefully more going for John Moxley, but see John Moxley win the title and then have him defend the title at the pay per view against somebody completely different once he has solidified that he is, the number one guy in the business. Wait, what? Thunder Rosa? Holy shit, dude. Thunder Rosa. Damn, bro, this news sucks. I had to pause for a second because Thunder Rosa just announced here on AEW Dynamite. Oh man, this sucks. Thunder Rosa was like one of the longest, or I think about to be one of the longest reigning AEW women's champions, and she ends up announcing tonight, about 2 minutes ago, that apparently she's going to end up relinquishing the title, and that the title is going to be on the line at the pay per view, but she won't be defending it. It'll be temporarily vacant, and the AEW title will be up for grabs at All Out. That this really sucks, man. This really sucks. I cannot believe that Thunder Rosa is going to be relinquishing the title. Damn. Thunder Rosa, man, defended that title honorably day after day, week after week. And now we have this big time news that she's not even going to get a chance to defend her title. So now her title is just going to end up being on the line for anyone to be able to grab it. That kind of sucks. Yo, Max Caster just killed it with another freestyle this week, bro. I tell you what, every week, Max Caster's freestyles get better. Well, as you guys may or may not have known, Billy Gunn decided to join the Acclaimed because of the fact that the Gun Club decided to turn their backs and put their hands on Billy Gunn. So now we're gonna have one-on-one competition here tonight. Billy Gunn's in the ring right now. I'll tell you what, man, Billy Gunn, for a guy who's been in the business for so many years, so many decades, and he's like probably what, well into his 50s by now, still in phenomenal top shape, bro. This guy is still keeping it into the gym, and he's still in the ring competing. Now the fans are chanting, "Who's your daddy?" to the Gun Club, and Billy Gunn looks to the outside of the ring and points to himself and says, "I'm their daddy." And then the Gun Club looks over at the referee, and she's like, "Well, there's nothing I can do about that." Oh man, Billy Gunn with a massive shoulder hit takes takes his boy down. Now Billy Gunn leaning over on the third rope, laying out the way Shawn Michaels used to lean on the ropes, the way Triple H also used to lean on the ropes whenever they would be showboating. And now the fans absolutely loving it. Fans loving this father versus son match here. Billy Gunn versus Baby Gunn. Oh, and now Billy Gunn choking him out, throws him over to the corner. Oof, and a massive clothesline by Billy Gunn, taking his son out. His son rose to the outside of the ring now. Oh, and the other member of the Gun Club decides to try to get Billy Gunn's attention, rolling into the ring, creating a distraction now. Billy Gunn going back towards the direction of his son. Both guys are on the outside of the ring. And Billy Gunn with a massive chop across the back, laying his son out. Billy Gunn rolls inside of the ring and rolls back to the outside of the ring, breaking the 10 count. Referee asking Billy Gunn to get him into the ring, get his son back into the ring. And Billy Gunn just out there laying waste to his son. And we've got Max Caster on the outside of the ring, making sure and no one that the other gun member doesn't end up interfering. Ooh, and Billy Gunn rams his son into the barricade head first. Whew. And the fans out there with the peace signs with the two fingers telling Billy Gunn, scissor me. Pause, no pun intended. That's their catchphrase. And the fans out there getting a little bit of excitement from Billy Gunn. Billy Gunn taking this to the outside of the ring, having no mercy whatsoever on his son. Billy Gunn right now having no type of remorse, zero remorse whatsoever. Crazy. Oh man, Billy Gunn, he grabs his son again, and this time he rams him into the barricade yet again near the entrance ramp. But this time, instead of throwing him face first, he lands sideways and lands on his back to barricade. Barricade's gonna win every single time. And one of the fans again goes like this, puts the scissors out, and Billy Gunn scissors the fans. Billy Gunn being super interactive right now in this match with all the fans at ringside. Billy Gunn beating his son all over the place on the outside of the ring. Now Billy Gunn's back in the ring, but now it seems that his son Colton taking over now. Colton Gunn taking over here, stomping a couple of feet across the chest of his dad Billy. The acclaimed is still at ringside, watching attentively. And Billy Gunn screams out at the crowd, "Oh shit!" And then he does a nice clothesline. It takes Colton Gunn to the ground, and then he shoves his son back to the mat again to the ground. Now he's got him reeling in the corner. And now Billy with massive punches across the head and now kicks and stomps across the chest. His son, Colton Gunn, is absolutely getting his ass handed to him right now. No pun intended. Now the referee out here screaming at Billy Gunn, telling him he has to get him out the corner. He has to calm down. And she says, no more of that. I tell you what, his son signed the contract. His son is a wrestler. Deserves to get his ass kicked. Oh shit! Stokely out of nowhere lays Max Caster out. Holy shit! Oh, and now a low blow by Colton Gunn. The referee was distracted with the action on the outside. You had the other gun, the other son on the outside laying out one of the members of the acclaimed. You had Stokely lay out the other member of the acclaimed as well. That distraction was enough for the referee to momentarily turn her head. And then Colton Gunn does a low blow to his father. Pause, no pun intended on that. But he does a low blow to Billy Gunn, his dad. And then that caused Billy Gunn to lose the momentum. And then he gets planted in the center of the ring, and then the referee counts to 1, 2, 3, and Billy Gunn loses. And now Stokely going into the ring as we speak, and Stokely over here handing his business card to both members of the Gun Club. And the Gun Club decided to go ahead and accept the business card of Stokely. So are they potentially going to be joining forces with Stokely? Well, right now it seems so. They're stomping a mud hole into their dad Billy Gunn, and now the Acclaimed is trying to come out, and the Acclaimed started getting attacked by the Gun Club. Oh, and looks like we have somebody else coming out to the ring here. Oh, Swerve Strickland, one half of the tag team champs of Swerve in Our Glory. Swerve Strickland and Keith Lee decided to come out. Keith Lee's out on his way to the ring, too. They decided to go out to the ring to go ahead and stop this onslaught that was being performed by the Gun Club and by Stokely. And looks like Billy Gunn and the Acclaimed are going to be saved by Swerve in Our Glory. Swerve Strickland and Keith Lee coming out to the rescue. And Keith Lee extending a hand out to Billy Gunn to help him up. And Keith Lee's song hits right after he helps Billy Gunn up. Oh, Keith Lee's theme song is fire, bro. I'll tell you what, though. Been a very interesting turn of events here that Keith Lee and Swerve Strickland came out to the rescue to help Billy Gunn and the Acclaim after they were getting attacked by Stokely and by the Gun Club. Well, right now we have an interesting segment going on backstage. And let's see, give me 1 second here. So backstage, we had a segment where one of the members of the United Empire, I think his name is Will, either Will or Bill, I can't remember. I think it's Will. He basically was talking smack, saying that the United Empire is going to be looking for more gold, which I'm assuming that means that they're probably pursuing the trios tag titles. And then from there, Bastard Pack stated that he's not only gonna uh, basically hurt them, he's gonna basically murder them in the ring. So yeah, we'll see how that's going to turn out. He's got two people on his side going up toe to toe to back him up so that they can go up against the United Empire. So we'll see how this one's going to play out because it's going to be quite interesting to see what direction they're going to go with the trios. And I'm wondering if at All Out, will Bastard Pack be defending his title against anyone? Because right now, I'm not even sure what the actual card is right now for All Out. There's a lot of different people that are champs and they're in the trios tournament. So I'm wondering, are some of these people just not going to end up defending their current titles, or are they possibly going to have double matches at the pay per view? That's going to be interesting to see. Of course, I'm thinking that if they want to have Bastard Pack defend his title, I'm assuming that he's probably not going to be either in the trios, or if he's in the trios tournament, that he's probably not going to be moving very far in that tournament. But man, guys, earlier in the evening, I cannot believe it. Thunder Rosa, the AEW Women's Champ, had to relinquish her title due to injury. She sustained the injury, which I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I had mentioned that previously that a lot of people, for some odd reason, have been getting injured not only in AEW but also in WWE and NXT. Like all three shows, even though of course AEW is its own company and its own business and a different, it's a different set of wrestlers, but it's just weird how so many people are getting so many injuries within NXT lineup, the WWE lineup, and the AEW lineup. Like, I don't understand what exactly is going on, but it seems like people have been just injury prone. And for some odd reason, it seems to mostly be the champions. I have no idea if this is all just a part of the script. I have no idea if this is like, um, like I don't know if it's just like bad luck. I don't know if this is like champions bad luck, but most of the people that have been injured have been champions, and they've been not only in the WWE business but also in the AEW business. It's just been bizarre to see what's been going on with that, but it's just very weird. But anyways, coming up now, we've got Miss DMD Britt Baker coming to the ring. She is on her way right now. I believe she's supposed to be in singles competition, if I'm not mistaken. All right, let's see if DMD is coming out to the ring alone. It looks like she was being accompanied by two other women, but it looks like she decided to tell her posse to go ahead and stay in the back. So I guess DMD is going to be representing herself, coming out to the ring by herself. And it looks like Jamie Hayter and Rubble are not going to be accompanying Britt Baker to the ring. Now, we've seen that in another match where the previous match actually with Jay Lethal, they weren't accompanied to the ring initially, but Sanjay ended up interfering in that match. So we don't know who may or may not show up in this match. We know that Rebel and Jamie Hayter initially were accompanying DMD to the match, but then they waited at the entrance ramp, and DMD told them she's going to handle this chick on her own. She's going to handle her one on one with no outside interference. I almost I almost don't want to believe it because I got a feeling DMD is going to end up having one of those girls come out, if not both, maybe later on in the match. Right now, the match has officially started, and DMD starts off trying to get the advantage. Right now, both girls reversing each other's move, and then Kylan getting a kick to the abdomen of DMD. Ooh, a nice little sling blade move here performed by DMD. DMD looking sensational tonight as usual. Kylan gets thrown to the corner, but she jumps on the second rope and leaps off for a missile drop kick that lands onto DMD's face. Oh, damn. Kylan catches a massive forearm by DMD that plants right across the kisser, sends her on her feet. Now DMD trying to take Kylan King in the corner, and Kylan King trying to get out. She's getting choked right now by DMD. Oh, DMD here chanting against DMD. Now Kylan with a nice little backwards kick that lands on DMD's abdomen. Ooh, and face first, Kylan King gets smacked into the second rope turnbuckle, courtesy of DMD. Now DMD rolling to the outside of the ring. Now DMD pulling the arms of Kylan King while simultaneously shoving a foot in her face, getting her face to get absolutely disrespected, but also pulling on the arms, possibly trying to get them out of their sockets. DMD having no mercy on Kylan King. Kylan King, of course, would want a big victory here tonight so that she can be able to go ahead and get the victory, not only for bragging rights, but also maybe to possibly move up in competition. Oh, and now Kylan King's getting smacked and snuffed in the face by DMD. DMD not giving two F's about her right now, continuing to snuff her in the face. And Kylan King with forearm shots across the face of DMD. DMD breaks it up. Oh, and now DMD a forearm and then a kick right to the kneecap area of Kylan King. Kylan rolls up DMD. Oh, and a nasty kick across the dome of DMD, and then a German suplex. Oof, to flip DMD inside out. DMD now is the one that's reeling, trying to gain position. Kylan, oh man. Kylan King happens to be the hometown hero, I guess. They said she's from Cleveland, and she gets You got DMD and there's nasty spinning, almost like a spinning rock bottom type of move. That shit was pretty hellacious of her. Ooh, and Kylan King gets sent to the turnbuckle, bounces off the corner, and then catches a super kick in the face, and then catches a second super kick to the face, courtesy of DMD. And then DMD runs to the ropes and does the how do I call it? She does the stomp on the back of the head. The Seth Rollins, one of Seth Rollins' finishers, I should say, very Rollins esque of DMD. And now DMD has got Kylie King in a submission hold. And now she locks the jaw in and has Kylie King in submission. Kylie could barely even move. And now she has no opportunity. She has no way of getting out. And DMD gets the victory over Kylie King in emphatic and dramatic fashion. DMD getting the easy victory over Kylie King. I mean, Kylie King did try to give at least some form of competition, but unfortunately, she's not going to be enough for DMD. Oh, now DMD, he's talking about how it's sad that Thunder Rosa has to relinquish the title. DMD says that when she used to have the championship, she would wrestle with a broken wrist. She sounds like Kurt Angle when Kurt Angle used to talk about wrestling with a broken neck. DMD throwing shade to her opponent, saying that Tony Storm will finally be able to be at a pay-per-view going up against someone who the people actually care about. Oh, and Tony Storm gets laid out. Damn. Jamie Hayter blindsides Tony Storm. Tony Storm was on her way to defend the honor of Thunder Rosa because DMD was talking trash about Thunder Rosa. And Thunder Rosa and Tony Storm are a great faction, a small little tag team. And because DMD was talking trash, we had Jamie Hayter come from out of nowhere and attack Tony Storm during the entrance ramp. And now we have Tony Storm laid out. We've got Jamie Hayter, we've got DMD, and we've got Rebel all at ringside. But now they've been chased out of the ring because it looks like now Tony Storm looks like one of the other girls from the back decided to show up to help Tony Storm. So now the girls are out here leaving the ring. DMD got a little bit scared of Sheeta. Sheeta showed up for Tony Storm. And the girls, the faction, all leaving the ring quickly. DMD, Jamie Hayter, and Rebel wanted no piece of Sheeta after they got the brutal attack, the sneak attack on Tony Storm earlier. Hmm. Keith Lee and Swerve Strickland, they're saying that they want to go up against good competition, ranked competition, and a competition that deserves to a competition that deserves to go up for the titles. Keith Lee wants the Acclaimed to contest for the titles at All Out. And now the Acclaimed tag team, they said that they don't really need the help or the praise of Keith Lee and Swerve Strickland, but they're willing to go ahead and compete for these titles. I tell you what, they did need a little bit of help here tonight because they were getting laid out on the outside of the ring, courtesy of the Gun Club and courtesy of Stokely with the outside interference. So it's actually pretty good that they did get some assistance on this one because otherwise they would have continued to get obliterated. All right, let's see who we have coming up next now. So we got another match on the way. Oh, I think they're gonna do the interim championship. No way. They're gonna do it this early on AEW Dynamite. Are you kidding me? It looks like Jon Moxley is on the way to the ring, so I guess they are gonna do it. Jon Moxley being accompanied to the ring by William Regal. Jon Moxley looks like he is ready to go. Drink some water, throws the water bottle aggressively into the garbage can, and the fans are all out there happy to see Jon Moxley walking by. Man, that AEW championship, I'll tell you what, that title was massive. This place is going absolutely nuts right now for Jon Moxley. Jon Moxley, also, I guess, from Ohio. So I guess that's why Cleveland is going crazy for him. One, of course, because he's, it's, in my opinion, he's a better champ than CM Punk. And two, of course, because he's the hometown hero. He's originally from Ohio. So will that mean that he's gonna win the title? We'll see. Because I know if this was WWE, anytime you fight in your hometown, you usually lose the title or you lose the match, even if it's non-title. So let's see what happens here with Jon Moxley tonight. Looks like he's already on his way to the ring. Jon Moxley giving the middle finger to the fans. I have no reason why when the fans were cheering him on. Well, now we've got CM Punk's music hitting. So now CM Punk is on the way, and it looks like it is officially going to be on the way. I'm surprised this isn't the main event here tonight, but it looks like we are about to have the AEW Championship decided here. Hopefully, it does not end in disqualification match, as some predictions are stating. Like one of my friends stated earlier in the evening. I'm hoping it's not that. We will see, my friends, because right now this is what's coming up next. Jon Moxley ended up getting a bigger pop than CM Punk. CM Punk not really getting too much of a pop. Then again, CM Punk isn't from Ohio, so not too surprised. Some of the fans in the center of the audience are clapping it up for CM Punk. So they have a very minuscule amount of fans. Oh, and actually, as CM Punk turns around to the fans near ringside, he raises the title towards their direction and they start cheering him on. So, well, maybe we have more CM Punk fans than we thought here tonight. Here we go. Unification match is on the way. Unification match is officially on the way, guys. Jon Moxley, CM Punk, interim AEW championship to get the titles finally unified, to finally get ourselves one champ and one champ only, one undisputed champ. Let's see how this one is going to turn out. AEW Dynamite, I'm surprised that they have this one so early in the show, but it looks like they are ready to bang it out. Pause, no pun intended. And looks like they are ready to get this match going. So this is the match of the evening that I've been waiting for. Here we go. Now the fans started booing CM Punk as soon as they said the CM Punk is from Chicago, Illinois. I guess the fans don't like Chicago, Illinois specifically because they booed his city and state, but then they cheered him when the ring announcer re-announced his name and they go CM Punk. There'll be only one recognized, hopefully, here tonight, and hopefully it's gonna be Jon Moxley. I'm hoping so. CM Punk holding this title for almost 2 or 3 minutes. Doesn't want to let the title go to the ref, almost as if he knows he's probably gonna lose here tonight. Wonder if he's gonna lose. And the referee holding both AEW championship titles in the air. Man, oh man, those titles are so gorgeous. And here we go. And the bell has rung, and the match is officially on the way. Jon Moxley, CM Punk. Here we go. And the fans are already clapping it up, and nothing has even happened yet, but they are clapping it up for the opportunity of what's going to happen here tonight for this unification title between Jon Moxley and CM Punk. Man, oh man, here we go. We got a mixed crowd here tonight saying, let's go Moxley. And then everyone else saying CM Punk. Man, oh man. Both men staring each other down from a distance, from far away. And now both men lock up in the center of the ring right now. And the match finally is on the way. Both guys right now in the center of the ring. Now it looks like Moxley being put up against the corner. CM Punk in the corner now getting the beats by Jon Moxley, forearm after forearm across the face of CM Punk. And then Jon Moxley gives the middle fingers over to the referee. Ooh, and a nasty smack across the face by CM Punk. And then some body shots, then some forearm shots across the face of Moxley. And Moxley being the hometown hero now, some fans are booing the fact that CM Punk is getting the advantage over Moxley now. Oh, and a headbutt performed by Moxley. Oh, and a massive kick performed by CM Punk. And now CM Punk grabbing his left leg right after kicking Moxley across the head. Now CM Punk starting to grab the leg. I don't know if this is him faking it or if this is him actually, injured. But he's grabbing the left foot, and his left leg seems to be in some kind of pain after performing a massive kick across the head of Moxley. And Moxley with a nasty clothesline from hell performed over on CM Punk. And now massive forearms, massive elbow shots across the ear and the side of the face of CM Punk, courtesy of Jon Moxley. And now Jon taking the leg and pulling it in a weird upward direction, putting the hurt on CM Punk right now. Death Rider performed by Moxley. Nasty double arm suplex Death Rider performed by Jon Moxley. And now Jon Moxley ready to take CM Punk out. Oh no, is he about to do another one? Hold up. What the hell? Jon Moxley is winning the title like that? What just happened? Wow. Jon Moxley became the AEW Undisputed World Heavyweight Champion. Dude, the match is already over. What the hell? Yo, this don't make no sense. They literally ended the match within minutes. Well, Jon Moxley, guys, wins the title and has become the new undisputed champ. I don't know how they ended the match in 2 minutes. This is nuts. Somebody has a sign in the audience that says, if Punk quits, we riot. Well, Punk didn't quit, but he lost. Damn, that's crazy. CM Punk loses in minutes. Single digit minutes. The fans are absolutely eating up the fact that CM Punk is being crawled out of the ring. Is he injured again? Gosh dang. Wow. I was wondering why they put this match so early in the AEW Dynamite lineup. Thought it would have been main event, but I can't believe it. CM Punk does a roundhouse kick across the face of Jon Moxley, which causes himself to injure the left leg. The left leg actually looks injured for real because he's putting no pressure on the left leg at all, and he's being carried out of the stadium as we speak by two other guys from the backstage staff. Wow, man. Man, oh man. I wonder if CM Punk was acting or he got injured for real because he looked like he was in excruciating pain. Moxley, man. Can't believe it. Jon Moxley. Guys, if you're just tuning in, Jon Moxley has officially become the new AEW champion. Can't believe it. He plants two finishers on I can't believe it. I think that CM Punk may have potentially injured the leg, the knee, or the foot because when he dropped at first, his leg was kind of bent, like he hurt his knee, but then he was carrying, he was starting to grab onto like the front part of his foot. At that point, he was screaming in excruciating pain, which did not look like he was acting. So I'm assuming that this is a real injury. And then from there, um, Jon Moxley ends up performing the finisher twice on CM Punk, goes for the immediate pin, and gets the 1, 2, 3. The match had started originally as if though it was going to be one of those, extensive matches where they go 20, maybe 25 minutes. And it ended up like it was probably like 3 or 4 minutes tops, if even that. That's how quickly this match went. They both started off getting, kind of like an even advantage towards each other, and then the roundhouse kick ends up taking Jon Moxley out for a second, but then that cost CM Punk his opportunity because then he drops down in excruciating pain, and then somehow Moxley gets two finishers, gets the immediate pin, and while he's pinning CM Punk, he goes like this and gives a middle finger to the crowd to say "F you, Punk," and then gets the victory and becomes your new AEW World Heavyweight Champion. So the interim is no longer going to be in the prefix of his title reign. So AEW champ is Jon Moxley. Jon Moxley now no longer has to worry about the fact that CM Punk will be in his way, and that, my friends, makes Jon Moxley the official undisputed champ. Jon Moxley, though, even though he won, both titles tonight, he ended up leaving one of the titles in the ring and decided to just leave with his main title, even though both titles look exactly the same. He left one of them in the ring and only took one of them with him. Shit, if it was me, I would have taken both with me. But crazy. It is over. CM Punk is probably going to be out for a while. I suspect that CM Punk, maybe, who knows, might not ever come back ever again after this injury because it looked bad. It looked really bad the way he was holding on to his foot. If he was acting really good because he sold it if he was selling it. That's crazy. And now we got a segment going on here where Ricky Starks coming up. Let's see what Ricky has to say. Ricky Starks pissed off right now, saying, losing the FTW title doesn't make him happy. Of course, he lost it, weeks ago. Talking about Powerhouse Hobbs turning his back on him, wasn't happy about that. And of course, I think he has maybe like a minor injury. Not sure what the injury is, but he's just mad at the world right now, basically. And Ricky Starks is just not happy about his production recently in competition, and also his relationships with people have been going down the drain. So looks like Ricky Starks talking about that he needs to make a comeback in AEW as we speak. And now Ricky Starks talking about that no one ever wants to see you doing better than them. And he thinks that that's the reason why Powerhouse Hobbs, turned his back on Ricky, because he believes that, Powerhouse Hobbs, Powerhouse Hobbs, I think just turned his back on him because he wanted to. I don't think it has anything to do with Ricky Starks being higher in the ladder of success than Powerhouse Hobbs. Because I'll tell you what, Ricky Starks ain't been doing a whole lot recently, other than getting his ass kicked and losing matches. Ricky Starks says that the injury, the hit that he caught, was near his neck area, and he was close to possibly losing his career. Now Ricky Starks fired up right now, talking about it. He believes Powerhouse Hobbs is a snake for not only betraying him but also trying to take him out of competition by landing him on his neck. Ricky now extending competition for the pay per view at All Out. Looks like he wants to face Powerhouse Hobbs one-on-one at the pay per view in September 4th at All Out. We'll see how that one's going to turn out. Will he accept? Will he decline? Or Ricky is fired up and upset, and he is done with the BS. He is done with the shenanigans, and he is done with everything that has occurred to him. He is absolutely done with everything that has been going on as far as a downhill spiral with his current career and with his current injuries. I'll tell you what, man, the way CM Punk was being dragged out, that shit looked like he got hurt bad. They're showing the replay on there right now. All right. Right now we are on commercial break. I gotta read some of these comments in the private chat here. So one of my friends writes in our private chat. He puts this segment with Ricky Starks was planned though, and he says, "I think that it's the works," meaning that he believes that the CM Punk loss was probably just like a setup. And then he says, "Why would they put the match midway through the show?" I mean, I agree with that. Why would they put it midway through the show, right? Because it doesn't make any sense. But I think they just want to get rid of CM Punk, bro. So, and also, it was rumored that CM Punk was potentially going to be quitting the business. So who knows? Maybe this is why they squashed him. So in my opinion, I think the reason, and I kind of started piecing it together now as I started remembering certain conversations that I had with one of my friends in the private chat. But one of the conversations was regarding the fact that CM Punk was being rumored that he potentially was going to end up leaving the business. And so when I heard that information, I said, well, if CM Punk is planning on quitting the business, that means that potentially he knows that he's going to have to drop the title to Jon Moxley. He probably knows that he doesn't want to lose to Moxley because he doesn't feel like Moxley is better than him. We all know that. So I knew that going into AEW Dynamite tonight that CM Punk was going to lose because of the simple fact that he was planning on quitting the business. It could be just rumors, but that's what was out there. CM Punk was planning on leaving AEW. I don't know if he has um, any offers or opportunities being presented to him, from WWE, which I don't think so. But all I know is that it was rumored that CM Punk was going to leave AEW, and that's what made me realize that Jon Moxley was going to have an even greater chance of winning the match tonight, which he did. And therefore, since he did, I'm assuming that means that CM Punk probably, who knows, maybe he's going to leave AEW. We'll see. Oh, Jon Moxley now talking right now. Let's see what he has to say. Jon Moxley, bro, he's crazy. He says, listen, he says, oh, hold on, let me finish listening to this. So, Jon Moxley, sheesh, Jon Moxley going crazy on the microphone. I'll tell you what, Jon Moxley's usually not known for mic skills, but Jon Moxley killed it on the microphone today. He absolutely tore it up. And you know what he said? He said, everybody's wondering what happened. Oh, well, you guys didn't like the outcome. Well, you guys know what? This is my time. He says, my time is now. My time is here. My time is 2022. And he also said that it was too bad that people didn't like this outcome because you know what? He says those are the same people that wanted him to lose and wanted CM Punk to basically take him out of commission, take him out of his career, and take away the title. And guess what? It didn't happen. And he also said that, man, he was on a roll. He said so much that was funny. I can't even remember all of it. But he also said that it's too bad. He says so sad. He's going to be continuing to be the champ. And he says that everyone wants a shot and everyone wants to know when their time is. And he said, well, you know what? He says his time is now. And his time, he said his time is going to be all of 2022. So we'll see how this all plays out for the remainder of the year. But it's going to be crazy. And right now they're giving us all the matches for All Out. All the matches for All Out coming up September 4th pay-per-view. And I could tell you what, man, it's going to be a lot of great matches. They got the Trios tournament continuing. They've got Ricky Starks versus Powerhouse Hobbs. They've got 4 women competing for the AEW Interim Championship that Thunder Rosa tonight had to let go of due to injury, which absolutely sucks. She is the longest reigning AEW Women's Champ, if I'm not mistaken, and it sucks to have to lose the title like this. It's crazy. There's a lot of matches for All Out. It's going to be insane pay-per-view. They showed at least 10 to 12 matches already as we speak. I think they also have a ladder match at the pay-per-view. They've got a couple of good tag team matches. It's going to be a really good pay-per-view. I can't wait in a couple of weeks. I think it's about, 2 weekends away? Let me see. So I know it's on September 4th. It's on a Sunday this time. instead of Saturday, like they usually do their pay per views. Yeah, so not this weekend, but next weekend on Sunday, September the 4th. It's going to be insane to see how that's going to play out for all these matches. It's a lot of matches scheduled. Oh, man, those trios titles looking absolutely gorgeous, man, at ringside. And now the main event of the evening is going to be starting off with the Trios Tag Team Championship Tournament. We got United Empire coming out to the ring first for this Trios tournament, a tournament that will continue and that should conclude the champs at the pay per view. It's going to be the main event of the evening, and it'll be coming up next after commercial break. All right, so still on commercial break right now as we speak. Let me see if there's any comments while we wait for this commercial break to end. Because the last and final match of the evening is going to be for the trios match to be determined to see who is going to be moving up through the tournament. Right now, it looks like I don't have any additional comments, so we're all good there. But United Empire has already made their way onto the ring, waiting for the commercial break to come back so we can see who's going to be coming out. I believe it's supposed to be um, Bastard Pack and his two boys are accompanying him to the ring. Yep, still on commercial break. So see if there's anything else I want to pull up here. It's been a pretty good AEW tonight. A lot of longer matches. I'll tell you that much. Still waiting for this match to start, man. They're probably gonna have a lot of commercials for this match because it's what 9:30 Eastern time, and that means yeah, it's gonna be a lot of commercials. Wow, they've already posted a photo on AEW that shows uh Jon Moxley as the new AEW Undisputed Champ. That was fast. They wasted no time on that. When did they post that? 3 minutes ago, I think it says. It says it was posted, I think, 3 minutes ago, and it's got like what 964 hearts already. Gosh, damn. See who we got coming out. I think AEW just returned. Let's see. Yep, let's say Bastard Pack and his team are going to ringside now. Yep. So he's tagging up with Fenix and Penta El Cero. Those titles are gorgeous. Holy moly, man. It's gonna be a good match here. Hopefully they don't give too many commercials, but the match should be on the way. It looks like the team of Bastard Pack, Fenix, and Penta El Cero are still on their way to the ring. Now everybody's inside of the ring, including United Empire. Looks like United Empire is ready to go. And AEW wasted no time in posting the new champ for tonight. It's crazy. Oof. These guys are going fast. Osprey and Fenix started off pretty hot. A Hurricane Rana landed by Osprey on Fenix, but then it looks like a Hurricane Rana performed by Fenix on Osprey. Oh man, and a DD, not a DC, a Stone Cold Stunner like move was about to be performed by Fenix, and then it was blocked by Osprey. And the boys are going so fast, you can barely even tell who is who, what, and what is even going on in this match. And the fans chanting for AEW. Oh man, and Osprey catches a super kick. Oh man, everybody's catching a super kick. Everybody from Empire caught one. Bastard Pack caught one. Penta El Cero caught one. And now all six men in the center of the ring breaking loose. 3-on-3, six-man competition. And the referee is not able to keep this match under control. A double cutter flying off the ropes performed to two members of Empire, courtesy of Fenix. Damn, big bad body drop performed in unison by El Cero and Bastard Pack. All the men running towards the ropes. Oh shit! And Bastard Pack, El Cero, and Fenix all go rope to rope, coast to coast, flying over the third rope, and they completely lay out the entire United Empire team. What a freaking tag team! Sheesh. High impact. This is Dynamite. Oh shit! And a nasty chop performed by Fenix. Oh man. Osprey caught a nasty shot, bro, by Fenix. His facial reaction was classic, bro. And now instead of Fenix working as a tag team, rolling each other up, and then Fenix lands on top of Osprey. Man, this has been a crazy match. These kind of matches are always so wild. It's hard to even like, oh shit, another chop by Fenix. Oh my gosh, another massive chop, but this time by Pack onto Osprey. Sheesh. And now they tag in and settle. My goodness. Oh man. And then settle ends up telling the crowd shh, and then chops this dude across the chest. Bro, this guy is catching the bee's knees, bro. He must have caught like 6 to 7 chops in a row by all the team members of Acero, Pack, and Fenix. My goodness, these boys are getting the business. Well, I should say he's getting the business. And Fenix gets tagged in and does a double arm hammer drop on the back of Osprey. My goodness. This dude has become the sacrificial sheep. He is the lamb out there turning into lamb chops. This boy is literally turning into lamb chops because they are chopping them all over the chest, bro. Now Etcetera gets tagged back in. And Etcetera performs a nasty kick across the leg of Osprey. Now this time he does a second kick that drops Osprey onto the mat. Now Fenix back in the ring. Jeez, this dude is getting killed right now, bro, by all three members. My goodness, mostly by Etcetera and Fenix, but he also caught the business from Bastard Pack. It has been crazy in this match right now, bro. These guys are just catching the business. And right now, looks like Osprey's catching a submission hold by Fenix. Fenix got one knee on his spinal cord and one arm being pulled to the back. Ooh, and a nasty chop by Osprey across the chest of Fenix. Two chops. Goes for a third one, but it is reversed. Osprey knocks him down, and now, Fenix knocks Osprey down. But Osprey, at least he got two chops onto Fenix before he got taken down. But he's got to perform, man. He's been getting the beats put onto him. You know what I'm saying? Crazy. Oof. And now Fenix is pulling Osprey's arm way behind his own back. A one arm submission hold. Oh, now he's got Fenix has got his own two legs wrapped around the right arm of Osprey, and then he's got the left arm being pulled back. Now he's got Osprey in a chokehold. And it looks like that's been broken up, turned into a pin, and just a two count. Oh my goodness! And Fenix catches a nasty. Fenix performs a nasty super kick across the face of Osprey. Sheesh, these boys out here are not having no mercy. It's basically like a 3-on-1 at this point, man. This guy's getting pummeled out here. My goodness, this guy has literally been 1 against 3 almost for the entire match. Oh my gosh, another massive chop by Fenix. Man, these boys are just giving it to them. Ooh, man. A nasty leaping drop. Oh, Osprey does a spinning twirl the rolls spin off the top ropes to the outside and takes out both Bastard Pack, and he also takes out El Zero. And now Fenix is alone. Oh my goodness. And Osprey leaps into the corner where Fenix was at. Two huge feet. Missile dropkick across the face of Fenix. Goes for the immediate pin, but it's just a kick out after two. Man, that was nasty. Fenix right now getting pummeled. Now, referees chanting, "This is awesome." Man, a senton performed by Davis and goes for a two-knee pin. That's not going to be enough to get it done. Now, big boots across the back of Fenix. And now Davis doing forearms across the face of Fenix. They finally got Osprey out of the ring. Now Fenix is getting singled out now by the United Empire, and oh, he tries to do a chop across the chest. Oh, Fenix gets picked up and slammed nasty on the mat. And now Davis gets tagged back into the ring. And Fenix still in the ring getting pummeled. Fenix gets out of the double team twice and now performing chops across two of the three members of United Empire, getting it. Oh, Fenix got both guys' arms, jumps off the second rope, flips off the third rope, and knocks both guys out. Two of the three guys from United Empire. Oh, El Cerro, a diving crossbody off the third rope, and then takes Davis out. And then Fletcher catches the next one. Oh, and then Zero rolls up Davis and then catches Fletcher in a nasty spinning move takedown. Oof. Now Davis gets kicked in the gut. El Cerro out here performing high risk maneuvers and everything pay off. Oh, shit. Davis catches a nasty super kick by El Cerro. Now Ospreay in the ring. Bounces off the ring. Or off the ropes, I should say. And then kicks El Cerro. And then El Cerro catches a nasty kick by Fletcher. Fletcher flies off the second rope, courtesy of Davis flinging El Cerro towards the direction and takes him down, goes for the pin, but a kick out. And then Fenix jumps in, but then he gets thrown back to the outside of the ring. Oh, and now Bastard Pat getting slammed across the barricade. Oh, shit. And then, holy shit, Ospreay chops Fenix on the outside of the ring, and the chop was so hard that Fenix flips over the damn barricade and lands near the fans. And on the opposite end, you have Fletcher beating up Bastard Pack on the outside of the ring as well, throwing Pack into the barricade. And on the inside of the ring, you have Davis beating up El Cerro. My goodness. Too much action to be able to call. 6 guys going at it. Even the referees having trouble trying to keep up with this competition, let alone me being able to announce what exactly is even going on. All right, El Cerro now in the ring. And now he catches a big boot across the face by Ospreay. And Ospreay drops his settle to the mat with a massive elbow. Ospreay now leaning on the ropes and stomping his feet across the face, or I should say, squeezing the head of El Cerro with his feet. Now trying to take the mask off of El Cerro. Oh, he's pulling the mask. The mask will not come off. The referee tells Ospreay to leave the mask alone, doing a 5 count. Ospreay bashes El Cerro's face across the third turnbuckle. This match has been a sweet-ass match here. This might be the match of the evening. Well, this match, and also, of course, the Jay Lethal match earlier. Jay Lethal versus the member of FTR. What's his name? Dax Harwood. That was a really good match too. Oh man, a nice vertical suplex where you have El Cerro in the air being lifted by Ospreay, and Ospreay holds him up for a few seconds for the vertical prior to landing him, and then El Cerro gets laid on his back. But now both guys are standing into the center of the ring. Now El Cerro shoves Ospreay, does his little finger gestures, puts his fingers into Ospreay's face, and now both guys exchanging forearms across the face. And now Ospreay trying to get the fans on his side, but the fans are, of course, cheering on El Cerro. El Cerro gets dropped down with a forearm to the face. Woo! Woo! And a super kick right to the face of Ospreay by El Cerro. Oh, shit! And then El Cerro throws Ospreay upside down to the third rope. And then while Ospreay was upside down, he got super kicked in the face while he was in the air. Pac gets into the ring and knocks out two members of United Empire, and then a massive German suplex performed on Osprey. And the fans are absolutely loving it. Bastard Pac in the ring now in control. Pac going for another German suplex on Osprey. Oh, Osprey trying to get out of it. Oh, shit. And freaking Fenix runs on the third ropes and kicks Osprey across the face when he leaps into the air off the third. He runs literally on the third ropes, midway to the ropes, and then kicks Osprey in the face and leaps off. And simultaneously, Pac then performs a German suplex on Osprey. He went for the pin, but unfortunately, no success. It was a kick out, and now Pac gets pulled out by Davis and Fletcher. Now Davis and Fletcher run into the ring, and looks like they're fighting El Cero and Fenix. They try to get a suplex on both guys. Oh, El Cero and Fenix reverse and catch Davis and Fletcher with a super kick in their faces. But then Davis and Fletcher perform a super kick to El Cero and Fenix. Holy shit. And then right after, Osprey gets in, and so does Bastard Pac. And they perform the same exact move on the opposing teams, and both guys on the opposing team catch a move that looks similar to like a Hurricane Rana, but looks like a Hurricane Rana on the back of the opposing teams, flipped all four guys over. And now the only two that are left standing is Pac and Osprey. And now both guys going heads up, one on one with forearm shots. Man, talk about AEW Dynamite being on Wednesdays. This match has been absolutely dynamite. Ooh, and a kick to the abdomen and a kick to the face, another one to the abdomen by Pac on Osprey. And then Osprey runs up and flips off the face of Pac and then super kicks him, then runs to the ropes, catches a German suplex by Pac, and then he catches, oof, then he catches Pac in a nasty move that looks similar to RKO, and then both guys are planted out in the center of the ring. Holy sheesh. Man, these too many moves to be able to keep up with in this match. My goodness. I'll tell you what, man, AEW action, bar none, superior wrestling entity right now as we speak. I love Raw and SmackDown and WWE's pay-per-views, but AEW does so much action in one match. Man, Osprey doing a springboard and catches Pac by the neck and plants him down for like a diamond cutter kind of move. These guys are just phenomenal in the ring, man. It's been a really good trios match. I'll tell you that. I'll tell you what, I like the fact that AEW has trios tag team titles in the industry now, because I've always felt that like tag team matches are cool, 2-on-2, but I've always wanted to see trios where it's 3-on-3, six guys in the ring. I think that's such a cool concept, and you get to see more wrestlers in the ring, and you get to have more golds, so it makes it more competitive. I like it. Oh, a superplex. Oh man, he performed a superplex spine buster kind of move off the third rope, where Bastard Pac catches a bastardist move on Osprey. Oh, and on the outside of the ring, we got Fenix getting flung by one of the other members of United Empire. And then, it was Fletcher. And then Fletcher catches a super kick by El Cero. And then Davis gives El Cero a kick in the face. And then Fenix comes out and a super kick to Davis. Man, these guys are just getting laid out all over the ring. This is freaking nuts. This match is absolutely crazy. Sheesh. It looks like Pac and Osprey back on their feet. Man, this match has been crazy. Oh man, Osprey has got Pac spinning him in the air, and a sidewalk slam into the back of the into the knee. Spinal cord getting shattered, courtesy of Osprey. Pac now laid out in the center ring. And Seto was about to go help, but he gets pulled off the canvas, off the apron by I believe it was Davis. And then on the other side, Fenix gets suplexed on the outside pavement, courtesy of Fletcher. Man, oh man. Tell you what, AEW Dynamite Wednesdays, they are lighting it up. Dynamite is the perfect name for AEW Wednesdays shows because they are on fire. We've got Pac on the third rope sitting down. We've got Osprey. Osprey's over here trying to maybe perform a superplex to Pac. The way Pac did, Pac got a nasty superplex that he turned into a spine buster midway down off the air, catching Osprey earlier in a nasty move. Oh, and now Pac ends up throwing Osprey off of the third rope. Are we going to see maybe a 450 splash off the third rope? We know that that's one of his favorite moves. Oh, and then he gets knocked off his legs. Lands on the jewels. The jewels land on the top turnbuckle. Now Osprey trying to see what he's going to do off the top rope. Oh, man, is he going to do this? This looks like, I don't know what he's going to do now. It looked like he was going to do like a diamond cutter off the third rope. What is this? He has Pac on his shoulder. Pac trying to get out of it. Oh, and you have Fenix runs up to the corner where both guys are at and does a spinning heel kick that catches Osprey in the face mid-air off the third rope. Oh, and now Fenix. Oh, man, Fenix was trying to do something high-risk maneuver, but Osprey knocks him off. But Fenix ends up kicking Osprey off the face. Now you got three guys on the top rope. Oh my goodness. And Fenix leaps off the third ropes and throws Osprey off the third ropes, and Osprey lands somehow on his feet. And then all of a sudden, Fenix leaps over and gives him a nasty diamond cutter kind of move that looked almost similar to a diamond cutter mixed with a DDT. El Cero flying off the third ropes and lays out Davis, who was on the outside trying to get in. Fenix leaps off the third, does a spinning move off, then now takes out Fletcher. And now two guys only left in the ring. You've got Pac, you've got Osprey. Is he going to land it this time? Oh, no, he does the high-risk maneuver, and it does not pay off. He lands. His stomach gets caught into the knees of Osprey. Osprey rolls him up, but no victory on the pin. Holy shit. And Osprey went to go for a finisher, and Pac ends up reversing it into a Hurricane Rana pin. Oh, he kicked out. Oh, shit. And Fenix catches a nasty fist to Davis. Oh, and then Davis catches a super kick by Seto. And then Fletcher catches a super kick by I don't even know who. Sheesh, everybody's getting laid out in this freaking match. Holy shit. I completely lost count. I don't know what was going on with who. Man, oh man, this match is freaking bananas. Oh shit, and Pac flips over the third rope and gets caught by Osprey, but then Osprey gets caught in a nasty move that gets planted on his face. Oh man, and Pac going up again, high-risk maneuver. Oh, and Osprey gets pulled out by Fletcher, and Pac looking frustrated, still not able to land. Still not able to land this thorough finisher. What in the hell is Pac trying to do? He's going backwards on the ring post, holding on to the ring post. Holy shit. Pac, what is he going to do? Oh, and he flies off a somersault off the, not even the third turnbuckle, but on top of the ring post and lands on both men. Wipes out Fletcher and Osprey and almost catches the barricade near where the front row fans are at. And someone in the front row has a mask with a cutout that says underrated and over it. This guy's in a suit with a tie, stalking Pac. Oh, and it's some kid who had tape around his mouth. Some random kid in a suit distracted Pac. Holy shit. And Pac gets attacked and gets suplexed onto the outside of the ring. Man, Pac is wiped out now on the outside. Fenix is back in the ring. Davis back in the ring. Davis with a massive hit across the back of Fenix. Fenix now catches a nasty clothesline in the corner by Davis and then catches a clothesline from hell from Davis. It gets turned inside out, flopped like a cheeseburger. Zero tried to get in and he gets kicked out of the ring by Fletcher. And now United Empire, all three guys in the ring with Fenix. Fenix is the only one in the ring and he catches a double punch across the face around the temple area. And now both guys have Fenix up in the air. And Ospreay catches Fenix with the cutter as his tag team partners Fletcher and Davis had him in the air. Oof. And after he lands, it goes for the quick pin. And United Empire wins this match and will be moving forward in the Trios tournament to be possible contenders for the Trios tag team titles. Man, oh man. Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks are going to be going 3-on-3 competition in the final match at an all-out pay-per-view against the United Empire, which is Ospreay, Fletcher, and Davis. Oh, we have an interruption here at the end of the show. What's going on here? Kenny Omega coming out with the Young Bucks. Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks on their way to the ring. Are they going to go ahead and go toe-to-toe with United Empire here right now at the end of the show? Well, we know it's not going to be for the titles tonight, but will they conclude this AEW Dynamite evening with some 3-on-3 battle royal? And Ospreay's over here pleading for them to come into the ring. The Young Bucks, Kenny Omega, doing a lot of trash talking to each other over at the entrance ramp, but nobody getting into the ring. Kenny Omega trying to make his way to the ring. But it looks like he's being told that AEW Dynamite is pressed for time. And it looks like the referee and also someone from backstage comes out and lets old Kenny Omega know, now you guys got to go. The show's over. Well, guess there's not going to be no early competition. No one getting their hands on each other. Pause, no pun intended. At the closing of this AEW Dynamite. But man, oh man, those trio titles are going to be on the line September 4th in 2 weeks on Sunday, live at the AEW All Out pay-per-view. Man, this is going to be a good one. Man, oh man. Well, guys, I guess there's going to be no more surprises after this. What a sensational match for this 3-on-3 trios match. My goodness. And that's going to conclude tonight's edition of AEW Dynamite. I want to thank everyone so much for tuning in. And it looks like my homie, Jon Moxley. Hello, Jon Moxley. Jon, you won the AEW Championship tonight. Congratulations, my friend. You went one-on-one with CM Punk, and you, my friend, got the victory tonight. So congratulations on being the new AEW Heavyweight Undisputed Champ, my friend. Jon Moxley, right here. I should say right here in the comment section. That's going to close AEW Dynamite, guys, for tonight on this edition. To catch the replay, it's going to be available on youtube.com/OLATV official. And, of course, you can also catch it at facebook.com/ TH3 Coach. That's the coach spelled TH3, the number 3, and the word coach all together. Thank you guys again so much for tuning in tonight. I hope you have a great evening. Stay safe. God bless. And we will see you very soon, hopefully on one of the upcoming editions of WWE SmackDown and AEW Rampage. Have yourself a good night, and I'll see you soon. Take care.